Hey, it's Ben. Um, I thought I'd talk a little about Girl Scouts, Girl Scout camp. I've been a Girl Scout pretty much all my life, like since I was about 6 years, since I was in kindergarten, and I've been going to camp for that long. It's like best experience of my life, best summers of my life were spent at Girl Scout camp. I went to camp every summer, and that's where I met a lot of my really good friends. That's where I met my first like 2 or 3 girlfriends. Like what? You leave a bunch of middle school girls unsupervised. What do you think's gonna happen? But yeah, it's like I actually don't really know much of the opinions of other people about Girl Scouts because I just don't listen to other people because I know better than anyone else. But I know some people are like, "Oh, you're a Girl Scout. Can I have some cookies?" Because that's all they really know about Girl Scouts is that they sell cookies, and they do, and they're really good. Um, there's a lot more to it. Like for me, it's like that's a lot where I went camping a lot with Girl Scouts. So I went camping a lot with my family, and probably the reason I went camping a lot with Girl Scouts is because I liked it myself. So pursued my dreams, became a leader. So what I was going to do was read a letter or an email that I sent to, or part of an email that I sent to my old camp director, asking her about this issue because it's coming up more and more that camp counselors are coming out as trans men. It's been happening a lot. People are like, wait, shoot, I don't know what to do. Because, like, wait, but you're a Girl Scout, you've worked, I can't, like, fire you because you're a boy now. But it's Girl Scouts. I don't know. Because a lot of them are just like stuck in position of not knowing what to do. Some are like bigoted and are like, that no. I feel. Then some of them are just like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, oh my God, what will parents say? And like, there isn't any specific policy about it. So there's a conversation going on. Apparently, I'm not in it because I'm not one of the big leaders out there. I'm just once in a while camp counselor. So I figured I'd read this, saying why I think that trans guys belong at Girl Scout camp, specifically as counselors, because that's the perspective I come from. And yeah, I guess I think they do as leaders too. I haven't really thought about it much, though. I don't know. So this is what I got. Okay. Um, Let's see. This is a bit of an exploratory email, mostly different from personal experience. I've been identifying as a boy and socially transitioning since the first couple months of college. Though Girl Scout camp has always been something that has held a special place in my heart, and it's definitely a place I would like to work again in the future. It was only a little bit ago that I realized that maybe, since I'm a boy, that maybe they wouldn't want me working at a girls' camp. As Girl Scouts has encouraged me to be a leader outside of camp and to advocate for social change, this is an issue I think I would like to work with. I can't imagine that I'm the only trans guy who wants to work at a Girl Scout camp, though there are certainly guys I know that would feel very uncomfortable at a girls' camp. From my own perspective, I've grown up with Girl Scouts. It was where I discovered that I could be myself, even if who I was deviated from what was considered normal. Camp itself offered a safe environment in which to push yourself, to try on different identities even. My counselors were my role models. They were the coolest people ever, and some of them deviated from the norm themselves. Their existence showed me that there's no one way to be a girl and no one way to be a Girl Scout. And as a counselor, I want to be that person to kids. I want to encourage them to reach for their dreams and be whoever they want to be. I will encourage a kid to try out new things, no matter what society tells them is right. One thing I've realized in the past couple days is that there is a certainty that there might be a little trans boy at Girl Scout camp. hey, I was there. What kind of empowering experience would that be to go to camp and find out that you're not the only person out there that feels like they don't fit into the gender that they were assigned at birth, and that person is super cool, a leader, and is happy with who they are. I think that there's definitely a place for trans guys to be camp counselors, just as there's a place for trans guys at women's colleges. There is definitely the tricky position of parents, though. Mommy, I want to be a boy. My counselor at Girl Scout camp was a boy, and I can be too. I think that it would be an incredibly empowering experience for that child, but I think it would put the parent in a delicate position. So I can totally see why a camp would want to avoid situations like that. It is a reasonable concern. It's not my place to push any political belief on kids at all. My only goal is to help kids love themselves. Though, since I've always gotten, and will not stop getting asked by kids, are you a boy or a girl? I don't think I'll ever not be able to introduce a little gender variance into a kid's life. Yeah, I could tell lots of stories about little kids. Are you a boy or a girl? I was like, only sometimes. It's super awkward. It's the best. So I don't, because I've never actually been been back to camp since last year when I started transitioning, started identifying as a guy, and I'm going back to camp this year. I'm not going back to Girl Scout camp since I didn't want to get into that mess, because I'm really afraid of like being put into a box or like restricted in what I can tell kids and what I can do. That's scary. But I am going to a camp that's like a boys and girls camp. Hopefully, if they hire me, but it's like a boys and girls camp. But then the girls are on their trips and the boys are on their trips. Like you go camping. So I don't know how that's gonna go. My eyebrow looks weird. It's like, it wasn't really sarcastic. My sarcastic muscle is getting really exercised. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I hadn't really addressed or thought about male to female trans girls at camp. Like, to me, it's like, well, yeah, of course they should be camp counselors. But it's also not something I've experienced with, but I feel like the same sort of argument works. But, I feel I'm afraid of saying something that's I'm not in a position to say. So, yeah. So, that's what I have to say about that. I think. Yes. Okay. I'll see you later. Bye.